Which is like a question for you, Joey, which is, I have always been curious, like how much studying have you done? Because a lot of people assume that Joey's Japanese is like a second language, right? And it's completely wrong. Joey has a second first language.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like a lot of people don't know this, but Joey's Japanese is better than most Japanese people.
Yeah.
It's...
Oh, yeah, because I had no idea how good your Japanese was. I just kind of thought that you were like decent at it. Right? Like, but then I came here and then you were teaching kanji to like 40-year-old people. And then they were like, what the fuck?
I was like, it was in this studio. We were like having a party and like we had like 3 people from our company, all Japanese. And I was like teaching them about like different kanji structures and shit. They were like, I'd never heard of this shit before. And I'm like, have you never heard of it before? It's so simple. Yeah. I did a lot. Like a lot. Like when I say, I've said it in videos, but like when I've said like I've studied my entire life, like I'm not joking. I've studied my entire life. Just to put it in perspective, when I was like maybe 10 years old, you know what I used to do for fun?
What?
I used to read the kanji dictionary.
Wow.
I would literally,
Seriously?
I was that one kid. My parents probably thought I was like borderline autistic because like I would like sit in my room as a 10-year-old and I'm like, I got nothing better to do. And I would just go to my mum's bookshelf, just take out this massive, 2,000 page kanji dictionary and just open up to a random page and just read it. For like hours on end. And like, I don't know, I don't know how much that actually helped me in the long run, but definitely it kind of got me like to like familiarize myself with different shapes. And, in that sense, I'm definitely a lot like Connor where I'm very good at learning things visually.
Yeah, I need visuals. I learning sentences and stuff doesn't do anything for me.
No.
But like another huge thing for me was probably the fact that like my mom had like this like kind of this unspoken rule where if I spoke to her in English, I would usually get ignored. And that sounds really cruel, especially when like a 4-year-old is trying to like talk to their mom about something. And but I quickly picked up on it because like I was like 4 or 5 years old and I'd like be like, hey mom, can I do, blah, blah. She just straight up ignored me. I'm like, all right, she's in a pissed off mood. But then the more times you experience it, I'm like, oh, I have to ask her in Japanese. And because the moment I asked her in Japanese, she's like, yes, son.
That's a genius way to make your kids.
My mum was exactly the same actually. And I'm like, now she's like, you're gonna appreciate this when you're older. Thank you. You're getting this now, mum. I appreciate it now that I'm older.
Mom,
okay?
I also appreciate it. Thank you.
Because like if she didn't do that, then I wouldn't have forced myself to learn Thai or to use Thai in a practical setting, which is very hard when you're not living in the country that you're using it
Exactly. Like everybody around me spoke English, right? Because I was living in Australia. And like I had a few like childhood friends who spoke Japanese, but because all of my childhood friends were also halfies like me, sometimes we just spoke in English to one another. So like I needed a way, I guess my mom was like, all right, I need to find like a consistent way for my son to keep speaking the language, just keep improving. And like it really helped as well because my mom was like exceedingly good at Japanese and like kanji and stuff like that especially. So like whenever I had like a question or like I learned a new word, I always went to my mom and I tried to force myself to use that new word in a sentence. And she would either say like, oh, that's not how you use that word. This is how you use it.
Dumb little shit. Let me tell you how to use this word.
Like she could immediately know when I was trying to like, where it was like, oh yeah, you just learned that word, didn't you? Because she'd be like, okay, that's not quite how you use it. This is how you use it. And then I'd use it again. And she'd be like, okay, perfect. And that's just how I learned from practicality.